Hey you like Sonic?
No, not really.
Yeah, me too. I mean, who wouldn't? He's the most iconic video game character since 1991. He's so well known, in fact, that he was in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade that injured a kid and a cop due to strong winds. My earliest memory of Sonic was when I was but a wee child, winning a Sonic plush from Great America, which unfortunately I no longer have. Since then, I've collected some figures, played some of the Sonic games, and even watched that Sonic OVA movie with that chick with the tail, who weirdly we never heard or even get another appearance from again. Makes you wonder what they did with her. So being a Sonic fan, when I found out there was a Sonic figure with accessories, promising over 17 points of articulation, and only around $30 coming in 2018, I waited a whole 2 years because I was broke, got a job, got paid, and only now bought it. The only real question is, does this figure hold up to all the hype I gave myself? Yeah, pretty much. The box has a clear display on the front, along with the sides, so you can get a full view of the figure. It has the classic Sonic logo, and mentions that it's for kids 8 and up, and that it's a collector's edition. On the back, it has a nice image of 16-bit Sonic with a small description of his character in the upper corner. If you don't speak English, they have the same description written in other languages underneath. But if you don't speak those languages, then I can't really help you. So we've looked at the box, now it's time to look at the figure inside. So here we have the figure fresh out of the box, and I gotta say that the paint and sculpting looks amazing. It looks like Sonic just burst out of the TV and is ready to tell me how pathetic I am for spending Friday night alone. On my figure, there is some paint chipping on the side, but it's not that big of a concern. On the back, there's a hole in the figure, which is meant for something that I'll talk about later in this review. The figure's legs are a bit loose, but it's not that big issue for me. Even with the loose legs, it can stand on its own pretty well. Now, this figure comes with a good amount of accessories. To change the figure's face, all you simply have to do is pull out the mouth and eyes. Oh Jesus! For the eyes, you have one that looks at the left, one that looks at the right, closed eyes, which honestly makes no sense because shouldn't it be the eyelids and not the pupils? I mean, come on, what the fuck? Lastly, you get a pair of eyes that look straight ahead. Onto the mouths, you get a frowning mouth, one that makes Sonic go, a smiling mouth, and one that makes it look like he's laughing.
But I'm not done yet!
Simply pull Sonic's hands off. In addition to his closed hands, you get a pair of pointing hands, open hands, and grabbing hands, which he uses to hold his ring and chili dog items he comes with. You can mix and match these pieces to get some nice expressions. Now let's talk about his movement. His head's on a ball joint so it can move a full 360. His head could look up that far and down that far. His arm can go in and out, rotation and bend at the elbow, rotation at the wrist. His hip can rotate, leg can go forward and back, rotation at the thigh, bend at the knee, and rotation at the ankle. Same for the other leg. You can do some neat poses, but since I'm not that creative, I can only think of some simple ones. Now you might be asking, where do I put all this stuff? Well, that's where the included base comes in. It's beautifully sculpted to look like a piece from Green Hill Zone, with its vibrant colors. Simply take the top off of the base, and you can store all the accessories inside. If you notice, there are 4 holes on the base, which is for these included stands. You get a small one for the ring and one for Sonic. The stands have a hinge joint in 3 areas, which gives it more variety for poses. Just plug it into Sonic's back, and plug it into the base, and there you go. You can put these stands in any of the 4 holes to get any kind of poses you want to do. If you're a huge Sonic fan like me, then I highly recommend getting this figure. It's surprisingly pretty cheap, only costing around $30. That may seem like a lot, but compared to other figures online, which usually cost like around $300 or like $50, it's a pretty cool deal. I hope you enjoyed this review and have a great day.